Get that. Tony on. Let Tony rock, bro. Chill. React to my boy Tony do time. Tony do time.
All the details in the case, y'all keep up with me. There's a lot of twists and turns in this one. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you're feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time. Everybody is people. We have to wake up, man said. Let's get right into the story. For most people, we have to wake up daily, go to work, or figure out a way to make money to pay for our necessities.
Facts.
Like clothes, food, and one of the most important things, shelter.
Facts.
Having a roof over our heads. Some are blessed. Either they make enough money to buy a nice home or live in a nice community and rent from someone who cares about the property. All over the world right now, rent prices are crazy. People are paying almost double for places that were a lot cheaper.
Imagine being able to build
that. Tony on. Let Tony rock, bro. Chill.
Like 10 years ago. For most, we don't complain about it. We just thank God we can pay our bills every month and keep our families safe and warm at night. But if you have been in a situation before, like me and millions of others out here, and you know going to work and paying rent every month to a slumlord is beyond frustrating. You might be or been to a point in your life where you couldn't be picky. You go somewhere, look at it, it's decent, the price is reasonable, and you sign the lease, not knowing the person you are renting from has no plans to keep up the place. They do things like put a fresh coat of paint over the mold. After a few months, your carpet starts to come up. For some, major things happen, like the stove.
See, that sound like a nightmare. I couldn't imagine that. See, for the most part, I'm from Northeast Philadelphia. Northeast Philadelphia is considered a better part of Philadelphia than the rest of the city. But even in Northeast, everybody that's from Northeast wasn't born and raised in Northeast. Like, we all come from like these type of beginnings, but at the end of the day, the difference be our parents, you feel me? I'm speaking for niggas in Northeast. They had aspirations on buying cribs and mortgages and shit like that. So we didn't have to go through too many experiences like this. The only time I remember us renting when we came to Philadelphia was when we first moved to Philadelphia. You feel me? We lived down in Wyoming. And after that, my mom straight went mortgage route. Northeast, mortgage. Next crib, mortgage. Ain't none of this. Oh, man, I can't imagine having to go through this.
Or fridge stops working. You put in a request to the landlord, no response. Now you are still expected to pay rent and handle the problems also. That's not your responsibility. And sometimes disputes between landlords and tenants can go left real quick. And on this episode of Head Tales, we'll be taking it to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to discuss the case between the landlord and the tenant that took an evil and twisted turn. Earlier this month, 39-year-old Terrence Wilder was doing his best to stay focused and navigate life in Milwaukee. Described as a humble man who loved his kids and worked hard. Terrence had rented a place not too long ago for himself and his kids to visit. It was a duplex with 2 units. The landlord, 54-year-old Kevin Griffin, stayed in 1 unit and Terrence in the other. Starting out, things were good. The 2 men got along well, but as time went on, Terrence realized it was problems with the home. From small things like the front and back doors not closing all the way or the railing being unstable. But the worst, the water stopped working. Terrence talked to Kevin about it, but got brushed off.
What? The water stopped working? I'd have been sick.
But he was still expected to pay rent every month. After a few months without water, Terrence went to the city and filed multiple complaints. City inspectors came out to the home and told Kevin he had to get the repairs in order, but he never did. Instead, he reversed the complaints and went to the courts to file an eviction on Terrence, telling the courts he wasn't paying rent and had people living there who wasn't on the lease. Some felt like that was all made up and just his way of getting retaliation on terms. Either way, the two men were not seeing eye to eye. On November 4th of this month, Terrence was home. He had a friend over at the time, 31-year-old.
On November 4th of this year, I'm guessing he meant to say.
Anaya Raymond. Also, her 7-year-old autistic son. The mother of three was described as outgoing, fun-loving, and sweet. Her only focus was providing a good life for her kids. That evening, an argument started between Kevin and Terrence. It got heated, and a shot went off, catching Anaya completely off guard. She was then approached by the shooter, who told her, "You are now a witness. Come with me." She pleaded with the man, stating, "Please, I won't say nothing. Please, just let me and my son go." But her and her son was ordered to get inside of a vehicle, and it sped off from the home. Early the next morning, around 4 a.m., police received a call of a little boy walking around barefoot with blood on his shirt. It was in another part of the city. When they arrived and tried to speak to the child, they realized he was nonverbal, and they couldn't get any answers from him or why he was even outside that time of the morning with blood on him. A picture of the child was released in an Amber Alert to the community. A few hours later, police got a call from the boy's grandmother, who lived all the way in Texas. She stated someone sent her the photo, and she knew her daughter Anaya was in trouble because she would never leave her son. But Anaya was nowhere to be found. A few hours later, around 9 a.m., in another part of town, a woman was wondering why her puppy kept barking at something in the alleyway. She walked outside and was horrified by what she saw. A woman laying on the ground, shot multiple times.
Not asshole here.
She called local police, who responded to the scene and unfortunately pronounced the young woman gone. She was later identified as Anaya, but neighbors in the area told police they didn't hear any shots or nothing, just the car driving off slow. As Anaya's mother received the news, she flew to Milwaukee and told the news she knew something was wrong. She stated she started calling the morgue before her daughter was even found, but she still wanted answers and wanted to know what happened.
That girl.
Police were able to use cell towers in the area to locate Anaya's cell phone. It was found just a few blocks away from her body by an abandoned home. As fingerprints was taken from the phone, one came back belonging to Kevin. Police realized the man owned a duplex and filed a warrant to search the home. When they went to the house, they found Terrence in bed, suffering from a single gunshot wound to the chest. He had been there for days, and unfortunately, there was nothing no one could do. He was already gone. After receiving the devastating news, his family stated he didn't deserve that at all. He was a good man. Police quickly identified Kevin as a prime suspect. He was picked up and taken in for questioning. Surprisingly, he didn't mind talking. Kevin laid out his versions of events. He alleged he caught Terrence making a drug deal out of the home. That day, he came to evict him. He stated that caused...
Come on, yeah. You was better off not even saying nothing. You cooked anyway. You was better off not even saying nothing. Say you caught him doing a drug deal, so you boomed him, then you take his girl and do that? Like, come on, man.
Him to snap, and him and Terrence started going back and forth. Then he shot the man. When he mentioned the other people in the home, who he referred to as girl and little boy, referring to Anaya and her son, Kevin stated he didn't believe her when she said she wouldn't tell nobody. He told himself, F it, and told her, baby girl, you was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He claimed he got her and her son inside of his car. He was driving, thinking maybe she wouldn't talk. Then he alleged he was about to let her go when she upped a knife and pulled out some mace out her purse. He then stated he shot Anaya 8 times, dumped her body in the alley, drove off with her son, who witnessed everything, took him back to his home, jumped in her car, then drove the little boy to another neighborhood, dropped him off, and told him, stay here, your mother is coming to get you soon. When asked why was Terrence laying in bed if he was making a drug deal, Kevin never responded.
See, I feel sorry for the little boy more than anything. Number one, he autistic, and then now he see that. That's like a real life nightmare. Like he gonna remember this guy face forever. Damn, that's deep.
He was taken into custody, charged with 2 counts of first-degree hit and being a felon in possession of a firearm. He is currently being held on a $500,000 bail. Once it came out about the complaints Terrence made, which prosecutors feel this was all revenge, and the eviction notice Kevin filed was never approved by the courts, so there was no reason for him to be at Terrence's house trying to evict him. As of now, Kevin is still in custody, awaiting trial. Rest in peace to Terrence and Anaya. I send my prayers and condolences to both of their families, especially her son, who witnessed his mother lose her life, then was left in the cold in the middle of the streets without even being able to communicate because he was autistic. Kevin claimed he snapped, but to take the life of a person who didn't have nothing to do with nothing right in front of her child is next level evil, in my opinion. The beef was with Terrence, and it definitely is still not right what he did to him either. But why take out your anger on Anaya? As in his own words, he said, F it, she had to go because she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. All because he didn't want to upkeep the house and got mad when Terrence reported it. But I'm going to leave this one open for discussion. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the situation. Leave it in the comments.
I'll let you know right now,
and remember,
Tony. I ain't going to leave it
we
in the
got to
comments,
succeed,
Tony.
not
I'll
to
let you know right now.
So we won't be.
It's a terrible situation, man. It's a terrible situation. That's why I'm glad I was, you feel me, brought up the way I was brought up. I used to think my folks were strict, but no, they was working hard so we wouldn't have to go through certain things like that, bro. Like, I couldn't imagine it, bro. Like, shit crazy. Rest in peace to them, though.
Your boy locked in his first brand deal already, man. Yeah, y'all see what's going on. Shop Comfort with me now and get 15% off. Click the link in the description. Help me along this journey. Get you a sweatsuit along the way. You feel me? You get 15% off the whole site on like flash sale. Anyway, then you get an extra 15% off because of me. You feel me? Just off of the strip of Raleigh and this shit. You feel me? You know, it's ball. You feel me? Yeah.